What's up, guys? Aldo here with prageru. Today I'm in West Hollywood, California to ask people what they think about illegal immigration and what we should do about housing migrants.
All right, so that's what we're doing today. Let's dive in.
It's going to be a good one. Let's go. So last year, 2.5 million migrants crossed the southern border illegally into the United States. Do they have a right to be here?
Of course, yeah.
Why?
Because they're human beings, just like the rest of us.
They don't have any more right to be here than you have to go into a country south of the border or a country north of the border. But see, this is a Hispanic person. She's a Mexican woman, so she's probably a product of this system that is broken. If you just look at it from the outside, you'd be like, it's broken beyond all repair. But it's not. They don't have a right to be anywhere. We have countries and we have borders for a reason. They have a right to be in their own country they were born in, but that's it.
Yes, I think they do. What we have is people coming over here that we love and we want them to come through the border.
You love them. You're speaking for all of us. I want people to do well in life, and I want them to be happy and healthy. But the thing is, if you bring people here, they can be happy and healthy. They'd be happier and healthier than they were in their home country. But how long can you do that before this country becomes non-viable? Before this is a place that is not happy and healthy? You can't let everybody into paradise. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. There's just too many people to fit into paradise.
I think illegal immigration is just people who don't have access trying to find freedom.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a chance to start new and start fresh and have an opportunity. I mean, like, think about, like, our great-great-grandparents. Like, they started somewhere, so why can't they?
I don't understand why we're not, in general, more embracing and accepting of others that want to come here.
Because they want to come here illegally and then change the way this country functions. They also want to take from this country. They want to get a free handout from the country. And they are getting free handouts from this country. There's millions of dollars that are being given to people who come here illegally. And it's not right. And then there's also the criminal element that comes along with it. Like, cartels are well established in the United States. That should not be a thing.
I think America is the land of the home and the home of the brave.
Sounds like he made up his own saying there, didn't he? Land of the home and the home of the brave. Okay, and maybe that's what he means. Or maybe he meant to say the actual saying, land of the free and home of the brave. I'm not sure. Maybe he likes the saying land of the home and home of the brave better. I don't know.
And it was based on immigrants. I feel like we should open our doors and help people to find their way.
Right now,
It was based on immigrants. Now, do you mean it's the old saying, America is a country of immigrants, therefore why are we not letting immigrants come in? America is not a country of immigrants. At least it wasn't founded that way. It was founded by settlers who had migrated to other parts of the world, yes, but they were not immigrants. You can't be an immigrant unless you go to another country. That's the definition of the word. Not to make a semantic argument, but that's really, I mean, these people don't know what they're talking about. When they want to say, like, well, the country, it was all a bunch of Europeans who came here and then made this country. They weren't native to this land. So why don't we just let other people come in here? Well, yeah, there's a reason why we stopped expanding, because America was expanding. What they started to see was the more we expanded, the less we had control of this, not because it was too big, but because we started to incorporate people of different cultures, and it just wasn't going to be viable. So now you just want to let all these people of different cultures come in and take control. It's not going to be viable.
Right now, the federal government spends about $116 billion annually on services relating to this population. In California, it's around $23 billion, and a big portion of that goes to housing. What do you think we should do about the housing problem?
I mean, I think giving someone a house is just the bare bones of what we should do.
Just give somebody a house. These people were not citizens. They're not citizens. They're not even residents. You're just going to give them a house. I don't have a house. Why don't you give me a house? I'm a citizen. I work hard. I've been here my whole life.
That goes into, like, creating sustainability for people.
I think there's a lot of, like, unused buildings that people can kind of go into. I mean, there's, like, hotels are not being used.
Eric Adams recently came up with an idea to house migrants in private citizens' homes. This would be a plan where he would put money back into their pockets, but he wants to open up private citizens' homes to these migrants. What do you think about this plan?
Well, if you need the money and you have an extra room, sounds good to me.
You know, the funny thing is if they're paying people to house illegals, that is tax dollars they're paying you with. Like the state, the city, the county, the federal government, that all that money comes from taxes. So it'd be really interesting. We're going to raise your taxes by $500 a month, but we'll give you $500 a month if you house an illegal immigrant. I would not be surprised if it was that sort of a scheme that they had set up.
I think that's like a really good idea.
I mean, yeah, why not? Like, give them a home, give them a bed, give them a roof, food, opportunity for work. I mean, sure.
So we're just going to have some stranger who doesn't even speak the same language as you. You don't know their background at all. Just come live with you. It'll be fine. You know, that's okay. I mean, and people do rent out rooms. Two strangers I know, thankfully, I was rented rooms, people that rented rooms to me, but they would do credit checks and stuff and check criminal background. Can we do that with these people? Are they going to give us their correct name, or do they have records coming from a different country?
People can sleep on my couch all the time, man.
I think it's great if they want to put somebody up, then why shouldn't they? I mean,
Could you ever see yourself housing a migrant in your home?
I mean, totally. I mean, I don't necessarily have the space for it living in New York City, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Could you ever see yourself housing a migrant?
Not right now, not at this point, no.
Yeah. There's your progressive lefty going, yeah, we should house the migrants. No, but not my home. No, not me. They should stay in my neighbor's home, but not my home.
See yourself doing this sometime in the future?
Probably not, to be honest, because the future is going to be about, I don't know, about myself, I guess.
well, I think somebody living in my own home is a different situation than somebody living in my community.
Isn't America our community? Isn't
America is my home. I don't know if you're going to say that, Aldo, but that's what America is.
America our home?
Yeah, but I think our own private quarters of a home is a sanctuary, is a private space compared to like where you and I are out now on a public street.
You saying you want to put the migrants on the street? Is that what you're saying? Let's see what this girl has to say.
Would you be willing to house migrants yourself in your own home?
Yeah, why not? And I help out because I'm Mexican myself, so I come from immigrants. So I don't see why I wouldn't help my people.
So we're actually asking because we have a form from the United States Alien Housing Project, and we're getting people to sponsor migrants and to invite them into their own homes. If you sign this, we can get a migrant into your home, and as early as next week. Would you want to sign this today?
No, because I live with my parents.
Do you think you could ask your parents?
I don't know.
Call them up right now. Do you have a cell phone? Why don't you call your parents and ask them and see, and then you can sign off on this. You're so gung-ho for migrants coming to this country. Where are we going to put them? I tell you where we put them. We put them in a different country. And the thing is these migrants, we know that they're coming here just for economic opportunities. That's the vast majority of them are coming here for economic opportunities. Something like 85% of them. The rest of them are coming for different reasons, of course. But if you're coming here because you're trying to escape violence in your home country, well, a lot of those people are coming through several countries to get here. Well, just stop in a different country. Stop in one of the other countries. You know, seek asylum in a different country along the way. Why you come all the way here? Oh, because, you know, you're going to get the best opportunity here. Well, what's going to happen, the more we do this, the less opportunities are going to be. We're already seeing this start to happen. There's less and less opportunity for people.
I don't know how they'd go about this.
Would you be willing to sign this today and invite a migrant into your home?
No.
If you sign this, we could get a migrant into your house as early as next week. Would you be willing to sign this?
Well, hey, you put me on camera now because I'm the guy tossing out 20s cash and now you want me to sign things. Let's go.
Yeah, awesome. Let's do it. So they'll contact you, they'll set you up with a migrant, and they'll have them on your house in as early as 1 week. This would be like for your actual home for you to take in a migrant yourself.
I can't do that. I literally live in a 2-bedroom with 3.
He lives in a 2-bedroom. He can't do that.
As long as it's not my home, I'm for it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's doable. It sounds like a good idea on paper, but that's pandering.
Do you think it's hypocritical for people to advocate for open borders and to advocate for the influx of illegal immigrants, but not be willing to put up their own homes?
In some ways, yes. I do think that's a little hypocritical.
I think this lady thinks that it's probably in a lot of ways, probably just totally hypocritical or something, but she has to be PC. She has to be a little bit PC so she can back out if she needs to, because who knows if the mob is going to come after her.
In my personal opinion, and I might get in trouble for saying this in West Hollywood, but I think it's become problematic, especially in California right now with the cost of living being insane. I feel like it's being infringed on by illegals coming in by the droves.
At this point, you know, I don't know that I would be. I think it's more of a feeling safe issue rather than just a humanitarian issue, for me personally.
Yeah. I'd rather take care of our own homeless first, which there are many. I mean, just in this 10-block area, there's probably 30 regular homeless people I interact with. Let's help them first. And then help others who are trying to get here legally.
I mean,
Based. This guy's going to say the same thing as I recall.
look behind you right now. I mean, nobody can afford to live here. I can barely afford to live here. But then illegal will come in here with no right to be here, and we just give them free everything.
Yep, and that's the problem. That's one of the problems anyway. There's a lot of problems that go along with this, and that's one of them. It's like, why are we giving people who aren't citizens or residents of the United States anything? No, you don't even belong here. Go back to your home country. And I say that knowing that my wife overstayed her visa when she came here originally, right? My wife is a foreigner, and if she had been sent back, then, you know, that's the loss that I would have taken. I understand that I'm saying, yeah, you know, my wife could have been taken, but she didn't ask for anything. She did not ask for a thing from this country either. She was staying with friends. There are ways of doing this that are still illegal, but that are not going to be taking from U.S. citizens. And also, my wife doesn't come from a country where she's like going to be spreading bad behaviors. She very much wanted to integrate.
America is our home. America is our community. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they came from. And I think the same can be said for all of Americans.
I agree with that too. I think the trust, not knowing, again, as you mentioned, where they came from, who they really are, and what are they here for. You know, I think that's a big thing is trust. Yeah.
Well, you guys, that's a wrap for this video. Would you house a migrant in your home? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. That pen?
This guy has to be like the drunkest guy in Hollywood of that day. Was it North Hollywood, whatever it is. I don't think it's Hollywood because I work in Hollywood. This does not look like Hollywood. It's West Hollywood where all the gays are. That's right, West Hollywood. Yeah, so the illegal immigration problem in this country is huge. It's been a problem for a long time, and we could easily control it. That's the thing. This is a problem that is easy to solve, but there's too many people out there crying about, oh, we need to be open to these people that want to change our whole country. It's fine. They're not hurting anybody. Yeah, well, the influx has caused, a doubling or a tripling of the percentage of the population that is Hispanic in the United States in the last 20 years. It's crazy how much that group of people has grown in the country. And you know, hey, it's fine if you like Latin America, Latin Americans. Then go to a Latin American country. Stay there. Well, you can't because the standard of living is too low, blah, 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 etc. Oh, well, whose fault is that? If you bring all of the Latin Americans here, what's going to happen to the standard of living in the United States? It's just going to be a problem that perpetuates itself all throughout Latin America. If it comes to the United States, well, the United States is going to be just as bad. So, I mean, what can you do? Standard of living is too low in those countries? Don't bring it here. Anyway, I mean, that makes sense to me, but what do I know? All right, so we're going to wrap it up. Here's your palate cleanser. Enjoy.